We begin with breaking news out of Greenville. Someone attacked a woman along the Swamp Rabbit Trail.
Now Greenville police are trying to find the man who did it. Our Carol Clark joins us now in the studio with the latest on the case. Carol?
Ladies, police say the woman was attacked as she ran along the Swamp Rabbit Trail. It happened yesterday afternoon on the section of the trail near the Kane Halter YMCA. Police say the woman was running on the trail when she was attacked from behind by a man who hit her in the head with a gun. Officers say the man took the woman's phone, credit cards, and cash. The woman was hurt, taken to the hospital. Officers are working to identify the robber, but say it is a black male, 20 to 30 years old, with shaggy hair, wearing a red bandana over his face. Greenville police are also reminding people who use the trails of some general safety tips like run with a friend or a dog, avoid using earbuds at high volume, or anything else that prevents you from hearing what is going on around you. And if you do run alone, let someone know where you are and when you should be back. Last, carry a cell phone with you. We will have much more on this story coming up tonight on WYFF News 4 at 5. Amanda?
All right, thank you, Carol. We now know the name of the woman killed in a crash in Greenville County.
Officials say the 64-year-old Catherine Mills vehicle collided with another yesterday afternoon. This happened along Locust Hill Road near Tigerville Road.
Mills' vehicle rolled down an embankment and hit several trees. She died at the hospital. The other driver was not hurt.
Now, people in the area say that intersection where the crash happened is very dangerous, and they tell us something needs to be done.
Our Alan Devlin is live in Greenville County with more on that. Alan?
Yeah, ladies, I'm along Locust Hill Road, right by the intersection at Tigerville Road, and people in this area say wrecks here are commonplace. They also say that this area here is a death trap, and those living here tell me that crashes happen constantly at the crossroads of Locust Hill Road and Tigerville Road. The intersection itself covered in broken car parts from the number of accidents over the years. I spoke to one man who lives at the intersection and says he and his family can't go 2 weeks without seeing or hearing some form of wreck outside of their front door.
A lot of times we'll be sitting out on the back porch, just enjoying the afternoon, hear a terrible wreck, hear tires screeching, hear another accident. And so this intersection is just notorious because you've got multiple people, ways to pull out. You got 4, 5, 6 different ways to pull out of here. You've got two businesses at the crossroads, and it is really just a very dangerous intersection.
Those living in the area have joined together to try and get something done. They sent a petition to the state legislature asking for a stoplight or stop sign to be put in to no avail. Now they're hoping that yesterday's fatality will serve as a wake-up call for city and county officials to hope that something gets done to save lives. In Greenville County, Alan Devlin, WYFF News 4.
We're learning about a man found dead after a fire at an abandoned home in Oconee County. This is according to the coroner. The fire happened along Lonsdale Street in the Utica section of Seneca. Right now, the man is presumed to be homeless. His name has not been released yet.
Well, the man suffered significant injuries when he tried to go under a train that was stopped for maintenance in Spartanburg. That train was undergoing maintenance on Crescent Avenue. That's near the intersection of South Irwin Avenue. Police say the man tried to go under the train, but the train moved, hitting him. He was taken to the hospital with severe injuries. Police say the train company is fully cooperating with the investigation.
Right now, Asheville police are searching for the owner of a dog that bit someone at a park.
Yeah, it happened at Azalea Road Dog Park on Sunday afternoon. Officials say the victim was bitten while trying to separate 2 dogs.
The description of the dog's owner and the dog are on your screen now. Now, if they don't find the owner within the next 26 hours, the victim will have to get the rabies post-exposure regimen of shots. If you know anything that could help, call Asheville Police.
Well, let's take a live look outside over Lake Hartwell. Things looking pretty calm. In fact, it's kind of picture postcard pretty, but look closely because that's about to change soon.
Yes, it is. We've got team coverage for you this afternoon. Chief Meteorologist John Sesrich is here on his final day, final hours with us. And Chris Justice, they're both tracking the Thanksgiving week weather for us.
And let's begin with Chief Meteorologist John Sesrich. We're just going to kind of savor these tosses to you, John.
They're going to get me all emotional. I tell you, Amanda and Jay, I know this is hard to believe it's my last day. It probably won't sink in until after Thanksgiving, I believe. But look at these numbers out there. Not too bad. Seasonably cool across the area with increasing clouds coming in from the west ahead of this next storm system. And speaking of the next storm system, if you're heading out this evening, just a lot of clouds. Don't expect any precipitation. This is at 7 o'clock this evening all the way up until 11:30 this evening. No problem. It's really going to be late tonight when we start to see these scattered showers come in. First in the mountains, that's tomorrow morning. Then they kind of spread across the area by tomorrow afternoon, and probably a little sunshine by actually late in the day tomorrow from northwest to southeast across the area. So increase the chance of rain, only 3% chance late tonight. That's at 5 o'clock in the morning for the upstate. For the mountains, also increasing the chance of rain a little bit earlier, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and 60% chance at 5 o'clock in the morning. Very fast-moving system. And we've got a series of storm systems, each one of them a little bit stronger than the previous one. Chris will time those storms out for you coming up in just a few minutes. Now back to you, Amanda.
All right, thanks, John. AAA Carolinas is predicting a record 2.9 million Carolinians will journey 50 miles at least from home this holiday.
And with 1.54 million North Carolinians and 750 South Carolinians all traveling at the same time.
Yes, our Taggart Hauk is keeping an eye on the roads in our area. He joins us now exclusively from Sky 4. Taggart?
Hey, well, good afternoon, ladies. We've been up here in Sky 4 for a few minutes now. You can see, I want to give you a look here. This is along Parallel Parkway. It's Verde Boulevard, Rainier, Woodruff. Not really a lot of traffic out there that we've been experiencing at this point. Cars going in the roundabout. But remember, Parallel Parkway, it's just off there. You see the white car kind of making its way through there now. Not a lot of people out this, but the city is considering this parkway itself to be a major time saver when we talk about the holiday shopping. They say it's a way to bypass traffic along Woodruff Road. Now, it opened back in September. The less than half-mile stretch runs parallel to Woodruff Road with cutoff points to different sections of Woodruff. Traffic studies at the time indicated it could take 7,500 to 10,000 vehicles off the road each day. Now, keep in mind, normally about 40,000 cars take Woodruff Road, likely more during the holiday seasons. Trooper Joe Hovis with South Carolina Highway Patrol is reminding drivers again to stay off the phone wherever you are.
And if you're running 60 miles per hour, it takes at least 5 seconds to look at a text, and you travel the length of a football field and a half. So you can imagine, you know, with 15 seconds while you're responding, now you've traveled about a quarter of a mile. So please, please, please don't text and drive.
Other points about Woodruff: from November 28th to December 1st, Greenville Police will be monitoring traffic along some of the shopping centers. This is along Woodruff Road. You're also not allowed to take left turns on Woodruff Industrial Lane. And a big point here again, AAA harping on the fact 2.29 million Carolinians will travel 50 miles or more for the Thanksgiving holiday season. Live in Greenville, Taggart Hauk, WYFF News 4.
All right, let's take a look at the drive times for your evening commute this afternoon. And it does look like things are a little slow out there. If you're on I-26 eastbound, going from I-240 to the Asheville Highway, that's going to take you 20 minutes. That's quite a bit longer than usual. 85 southbound from Airport to Woodruff Road, some delays there as well. That will take you about 10 minutes.
Well, it is that time of the year to get gifts that are special treats for friends and family.
And some people still like the thrill of being in the malls and box stores, while others prefer to avoid the crowds and stay at home and shop online.
Yeah, I'm in that second group. How about you? And if that's your choice, our Nigel Robertson explains why you should be extra careful.
Ladies, has this happened to you? Have you been overwhelmed lately with a bunch of packages which you didn't order? Well, a warning for you. Experts say it's where third-party sellers duplicate accounts of actual online customers and just send out packages. So what should you do? Well, to make sure you aren't getting scammed, do your research. Experts say compare your credit card statement with the order itself to make sure it's something you actually ordered. If it's not, you may want to pick up the phone.
Contact the online retailer yourself. Do not give them any credit card information. Do not give them any banking information. Just contact them to see if that was sent to you by mistake. And again, if you don't have any more information than that, just keep what they sent you.
And if it's a gift, hopefully someone put a card in there so you knew who the gift was from. Well, if you want to see what kind of scams are going on in your neighborhood, the Better Business Bureau has created what it calls a scam tracker. You can simply connect to your local branch to find out more. Amanda?
All right, Nigel, thanks. Well, experts say the holiday season is a prime time for criminals who could snag your purse or handbag. Experts recommend you keep your belongings in your non-dominant hand so you can use your dominant hand to fend off thieves. They also say you should be aware of your surroundings when you park. If you're shopping in the evening, make sure you park in a well-lit area and always avoid carrying large amounts of cash.
Well, the Beta Club at Broome High School in Spartanburg County pulled off the biggest canned food drive in the school's history.
In just 2 weeks, students collected about 5,000 cans. Canon Methodist Church at Spartanburg gets the goods. They often cook meals for the athletes at school, and they give coats to families in the area. The parents of one student donated about 2,500 cans. This isn't the only fundraiser they're doing. Yesterday, students donated 73 Thanksgiving meals to DSS, and they're trying to raise $10,000 to help provide Christmas presents to students nearby. Still to come, a frightening inferno, a California county under a state of emergency as the flames show no sign of slowing down.
Plus, proud pooch, how men's best friend sprang into action to help save a life.
She has just been an inspiration, and I think an artist that we have aspired to be like.
And ahead on WYFF News 4 at 4:30, an exclusive look at the NBC special airing tonight, celebrating Dolly Parton and her incredible career.
Taking a look at the next weather maker heading our way. Look for some rain tomorrow. If you're traveling early, we'll take a closer look at your Thanksgiving forecast and some weekend rain to snow moving our way.
Hey, it's Elson Bradley from The Elson Bradley Show. Now, John, we hope here at The Elson Bradley Show you've had more highs than lows.
You got what you did. Of course, I'm a former weatherman, John, so I'd like to
You
say...
are not a former weatherman.
I hope you're...
They gave you a pointer.
I hope you're surrounded with love like millibars around a warm
You're making up words now.
It's a thing.
This is why you didn't get the job, and Chris got it.
The Skycam Network is sponsored by McKinney Jeep Ram Chrysler Dodge, your lifetime dealer.
Stop a train. We are keeping a close eye on your Thanksgiving travel forecast. Biggest travel day of the year. We've got a big front moving into the southeast here, but bigger impacts up toward the Midwest. If your travels take you to Minneapolis, oh boy, expect some delays there. Rain changing to snow and the wind a big deal. 60-mile-per-hour winds from Minneapolis down to Chicago with this big low pressure system up there. We'll have some early morning rain giving way to just a few clouds later on in the daytime. And as we look deeper into the forecast here, especially going into Thanksgiving Day itself, this rain begins to push out of the area. Then we're in between our next weather maker, which leaves us with some sunshine Thursday and Friday. Saturday, clouds will start to build across the area. It gets warm. We've got a southerly wind coming our way. Then some rain breaks out for early Sunday morning, 7 a.m. through around lunchtime. Then the rain pushes south. It gets breezy. It gets cold Sunday, and then the snow starts to fall. From I-40 northbound along the Tennessee border in the mountains, we're expecting snow from Sunday evening into Monday morning. That snow line could reach as far south as Asheville, and as of now, we've got the snow meter in the medium category right now. Rain to snow Sunday evening. Snow accumulation possible in the mountains, especially in the grassy areas. We'll keep you posted on that. As far as totals are concerned, I-40 northbound looks to be the most likely areas that see that snow. John's breaking down the temperatures behind this system coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, right now, a driver is facing charges in North Carolina. Police say she hit and killed a man and hurt his wife. Dana Dale is charged with careless and reckless driving because her windshield wasn't defrosted. This happened in High Point last Thursday. The man died over the weekend. The woman is out of the hospital and recovering. Police say more charges could be filed.
More than a dozen children were taken to the hospital after being exposed to carbon monoxide at a daycare center. This happened yesterday in Atlanta. Officials say the children were vomiting. They were losing consciousness when they arrived. At least 16 children and 3 adults had to be treated at hospitals. Now, they're all expected to be okay. Officials suspect the leak came from an improperly installed gas furnace.
New this afternoon, there are 5 new mumps cases at the College of Charleston. That brings the total to 56 since the state declared an outbreak in September. The college is requiring students to make sure their vaccination records are up to date. Now, DHEC officials say the best way to prevent mumps is to get vaccinated. They're also urging people to wash hands and don't share food, drink, or eating utensils.
Well, Utah state troopers say they're investigating more than 140 crashes. This after a snowstorm swept through that state. Drivers dealing with wet, icy roads and several inches of snow in some areas. Troopers say they're warning people to slow down and to buckle up. A second snowstorm is forecast to hit that state tomorrow.
Right now, high winds and dry brush are fueling the cave fire in Southern California. It broke out yesterday 3 miles north of Santa Barbara. It has burned about 3,300 acres so far. As of now, it is not contained at all.
Honest to God, I thought we were going to skip this whole year. I really thought we were going to skip this year. Everything was looking so good, no fires at all. Little fire going on down south.
Well, now roads are closed and several families have had to leave their homes. So far, though, the good news is no houses have burned.
Well, a family dog is being rewarded for her effort to save an elderly woman in Wisconsin. It was a cold morning when this dog named Belle spotted a neighbor lying on the ground outside of her home. The lady had fallen and she could not get up. The Staffordshire Terrier mix alerted her owner by pawing at the patio door. Within minutes, Belle's owner ran outside, got the woman up, and helped her walk back into her home.
We helped her get up, get back inside her home, make sure she wasn't injured.
He says if it weren't for Belle, that situation could have ended up a whole lot differently.
Recycling, but make it fashion. That's the idea behind this fashion show in Rome. Models walked the runway in designer clothing made of recycled materials. Those include fabric, plastic bags, cardboard, newspapers, and wire. The fashion parade is organized to mark the European Week for Waste Reduction. The designs will now be on display at the Museum of Recycled Art in Rome. It's the first and the only museum of creative recycling in Italy.
Outside on this Tuesday evening, a live shot. Look at the crowd there on Ice on Main in downtown Greenville. This is a live shot. They opened up at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And, of course, Monday through Thursday, they're open until 8 o'clock tonight. So you got plenty of time to go down there and do a little ice skating. Looks like some folks having a great time. Weather-wise, it's pretty good. It's clouds are on the increase very quickly from the west-southwest. Temperature 64 degrees, so fairly pleasant temperature. South to southwest wind at 6 miles per hour. Humidity at 38%. Fairly low, but it'll gradually start to increase. Also, mostly cloudy skies, currently 59 degrees in Asheville. East to southeast wind at 7 miles per hour. Humidity currently at 36%. Here are the current temperatures across the area. A little cooler in the mountains and also northeastern Georgia. You folks are 58 degrees in Toccoa. So we've got some clouds coming in now from the Midlands to the coast. Not too bad, but here comes our storm system. As again, a series of storms will move through, each one of them a little bit stronger than the previous one. So this one's going to come through pretty quickly late tonight and mainly tomorrow morning. And temperatures not too bad, 60s ahead of it, as we'll start to pick up a south to southwesterly breeze, I think, as we get into late tonight and tomorrow morning. So here's our storm system here. Most of the rain now, maybe even a chance of some thunderstorms right along the Mississippi River Valley. And then on the back edge of the storm system, there's the large swath of snow moving up into northwestern Iowa, heading toward Minneapolis, where winter storm warnings continue. Look at all the snow, almost blizzard conditions in Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, and it's still snowing back in Denver. Denver ended up with about 6 to 12 inches of snow with heavier amounts just to the southeast. 22 degrees. The snow's not going anywhere in Denver. 36 with snow on the way. Yeah, you think there might be a front right there? Yeah, look at that. Drops from 66 to Oklahoma City to 42 behind the front. So here's the storm system then as we go through this evening. The snow heading up into Minneapolis. Chicago just going to see rain. Here comes the trailing cold front, which means rain for us across the area, and then rain continuing tomorrow afternoon. But most of the rain should be in the morning, and then we may see a little sun by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon. So 40 plus looks like this, looking pretty good for Thanksgiving Day, as you can see. High temperature 64 degrees. Slight chance of some showers coming in on Saturday late in the day, most likely. Saturday night into Sunday morning will be our best chance of looking at some rain. And then Monday and Tuesday, colder temperatures, but at least it'll be dry early next week. But it really doesn't matter if it rains on Thanksgiving Day because you're going to be inside. At least I am. And again, it's the 3 F's: family, football, and food.
Yep.
That's my motto, and
yes.
I'm sticking to it.
Good.
Well, we support sticking to that. It's I've been teasing you. I'm wearing my waterproof mascara, but it's been an emotional day for all of us. This is John's final 4 o'clock broadcast before you head to.
Quit watering up.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm gonna miss you.
Look, it's rare that you get to work with somebody just as fine a man as John is, and you all know it. But we're excited for your family, food, and football.
And we're not saying,
and in that order, I guess. Yes.
And we're not saying goodbye just yet. His final newscast forecast is at 6 o'clock this evening, so make sure you stick around and stick here with us.
And then join us at 11 because that's when Chief Justice takes over.
Yes.
There you go, big guy. You're a man.
Yes.
No, the ball is officially handed off.
And we're not even going to skip a beat, really. I'm going to retire. It hasn't really sunk in yet, but at 6:31, I guess officially I'll be retired, and then it'll be Chief Justice over. over here.
Chief Justice.
He'll take it over. And I'm so glad that we were able to work together because you're in the morning shift.
I know.
I got to see you yesterday morning.
We're usually shift passing in the night, and now we get to hang.
It was so nice.
Good times.
It was good. It was good to see you. Thank you very much.
Well,
I work with such great people. I mean, I really do. You guys are my family away from my family, and I really mean that.
Well, we thank you for your family.
Thank you for watching all these years.
Exactly.
With this ugly mug all these years.
We do have a special goodbye for you now. People have been sending them in. This one's from Dr. Oz.
29 years as chief meteorologist at WYFF4. That's quite an accomplishment, John. From all of us at the Dr. Oz Show, congratulations on your retirement.
Check live Super Doppler 4 HD. Download the WYFF4 app now.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, I'm Carol Clark. In News for Your Health, there has been an increase in calls to poison control centers related to natural psychoactive substances. That's according to a new study from Children's Nationwide Hospital. The increase has largely been fueled by marijuana as the drug has become legal in more states. In fact, marijuana, including edibles and infused products, accounted for nearly half of all psychoactive substance exposures. However, kratom and hallucinogenic mushrooms cause the largest number of hospital admissions and serious health problems. A new report from the CDC shows more hospital-related infections are linked to medical devices than surgical procedures. Researchers looked at data from over 5,600 healthcare facilities. They found bacteria on central lines, ventilators, and catheters was more likely to be antibiotic resistant than post-surgery bacteria. Right now, the American Red Cross is trying to help blood donors this holiday season. And right now, it's thanking donors by giving away a $5 Amazon gift card to each person who donates blood or platelets. The offer will last until December 18th. To find a blood drive near you or to set up an appointment to donate, visit the Red Cross website or by calling the number on your screen. John?
Carol, this Tuesday evening, a live shot from the camera from up on top of the Greenville Hilton, looking down there on Haywood Road in 385. Looks like traffic flowing along pretty nicely. A lot of clouds already, rain not too far off. I'll tell you when the rain will arrive, coming up in a few minutes.
Vandalism investigation happening now. Officials looking for clues after this historic landmark was vandalized.
Plus, keeping the focus on food and fun, how to keep things safe in the kitchen this Thanksgiving.
And making sure nothing's left behind. The new technology the TSA is using to keep track of your luggage.
Live, local, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 4.
Well, right now, investigators are trying to figure out who vandalized an historic landmark in Landrum.
Our Paige Hopkins has the latest from Greenville County.
It's the oldest bridge in the state, a popular tourist attraction that shows off the upstate's beauty. But in recent days, a group of vandals decided to put their own mark on it. Nature is putting on a show at the moss-covered Poinsett Bridge. Back when it was built in 1820, it took travelers from Greenville to Asheville. Today, it bridges visitors to the past.
Because you think, oh, I could go there anytime, and you don't.
Tuesday, Sandra Beaver decided to take that trip and be a tourist in her own town as she visited the bridge for her birthday.
It's beautiful, and I wanted to see the historic sites.
But this site has been damaged. The Department of Natural Resources is investigating after the stones inside the arc of the bridge were painted, putting the landmark over troubled water.
I can't believe somebody wants to come and vandalize anything like this. It's so beautiful, and it's just such a part of history that it doesn't make sense that anybody'd want to mess it up.
While DNR crews have made progress in removing the damage, they're still working to determine who left it and why.
I think if they had an appreciation for the history and for the meaning to other people, they would have never done it.
We'll continue to follow the investigation. In Landrum, Paige Hopkins, WYFF News 4.
We might notice a change in the Spartanburg police fleet.
City Council plans to allot more than $2.5 million to pay for replacements.
That money coming through a financing plan. It passed first reading last night at Council. The police department's requesting 12 vehicles and 80 portable radios.
Major Art Littlejohn with Spartanburg Police says he's thankful for the good working relationship with City Council for making this happen.
They want to provide us with the best tools necessary for our officers to be effective. So the better that the officers are doing their job, the safer that our communities are. We work hand in hand.
That money will also help pay for thermal cameras for the fire department and new vehicles for public services. Well, right now, pups are packing the pounds all across our area. They're hoping for homes for the holidays. Our Renee Wunderlich joins us now with how shelters are handling this overflow. Renee?
Well, Jane, several animal shelters are seeing a lot of cats and dogs looking for a safe place to spend Thanksgiving and, frankly, beyond. Now, at the Lawrence County Animal Shelter, they say they are way over capacity. On Friday and Monday, a total of 39 dogs were seized from animal cruelty cases. So now, staff are working to find safe, loving homes for the pups. And right now, adoptions are only $20. The shelter will close for Thanksgiving tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, but they're going to reopen back on Saturday. Now, headed over to Pickens County, their animal shelter is at capacity. They're hosting free adoptions for both dogs and cats. And right now, there are 50 dogs that need a forever home. They also have 60 cats and kittens, most of which they say are ready to be adopted. Some are still a little too little. And they also have a few feral cats, they tell me, that could work as mousers if you have a farm. Finally, Greenville County Animal Care is offering free adoptions on all animals until the end of the month. Now, they will be closed the 28th and the 29th for Thanksgiving. And if you aren't able to welcome a dog or cat into your family this year, organizations across our area are still in need of donations this holiday season as they work to care for the growing number of animals. One option is supporting smaller nonprofit rescue groups like the Clemson Paw Partners. That organization provides support for injured dogs to get them the medical care that they need. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Renee. All right, this is a beautiful live look from over the Greenville from our Hilton Greenville Sky camera. Kind of nice to see Roper Mountain, but we do see some clouds moving in. Maybe this picture is going to change a little bit.
Yeah, we have team weather coverage for you this afternoon. John and Chris are tracking your Thanksgiving week forecast.
It's good to see you two up there together. Let's begin with the, we get to introduce him one more time at 4 o'clock. Chief Meteorologist John Sestert. John.
That's true. You know, I tell you, Amanda and Jay, that's right. This time tomorrow, we're introducing Chief Justice over there, right? There you go. There you go. It just kind of flows, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Temperatures look like this: upper 50s to low to mid 60s. Not too bad across the area. Right in pretty close to where it should be for the end of November, and just a couple of days away from Thanksgiving. Wow, where did time go? Now, if you have any plans to get out this evening, just a lot of cloud cover. Don't expect any precipitation, as you can see. Storm system is still well to our west, and this is at 11:30 tonight, so just basically cloudy skies. Here come a few showers coming into the mountains of North Carolina and into northern Georgia, maybe the northern part of the upstate. Late tonight, this is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, the biggest travel day of the year, and we're going to be dealing with some showers, especially scattered around in the morning. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not too bad, and then we'll start to see some sun come out from west to east across the area late in the day tomorrow. So it's a very fast-moving system. Excuse me. Going through the next 12 hours, as you can see, not no problem. Cloud cover is going to keep it from getting too cold, but chilly. 49 degrees at 9 o'clock this evening. Notice rain coming in late tonight. Same story for the mountains. Rain late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, just a lot of cloud cover. So closing down the 4 o'clock newscast. Now back to you, Amanda and Shane.
And rest that voice.
All right, thanks, John. Well, right now there's a record number of Americans hitting the roads and taking to the skies ahead of Thanksgiving.
And some of them are getting a jump start on their trips. Others have no choice but to hit the roads during the worst of a series of storms.
NBC's Sarah Dalf explains.
The Thanksgiving holiday period kicking off in tandem with severe weather. Heavy snow in Washington state, icy conditions in Salt Lake City area canyons, and heavy snow in Colorado.
I think Denver's supposed to get 16 inches of snow, so we are a little concerned that we might be trapped.
A series of storms poised to cause major problems for the more than 55 million people expected to travel between Wednesday and Sunday. That's 1.6 million more than last year. Travelers changing plans to try to get ahead of the weather.
You just always hear how hectic it is, so we wanted to get out of here.
2 storms moving in lockstep. Holiday travel Wednesday from coast to coast, bringing a miserable mix of heavy rain, snow, and high winds. In New York, officials say it'll be a game-time decision if the iconic Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloons will launch.
I think that's a question every single year, but you know what? It's really too early to tell.
Nearly 4.5 million passengers are set to fly. Airports and TSA adding extra personnel, including robots at Miami's airport and conveyors, computers, and cameras in New Orleans. Officials doing what they can to streamline security, knowing neither they nor passengers can control the most critical element, the weather. Sarah Dolph, NBC News.
TSA officials say it will track nearly 1.4 million pieces of luggage each day this holiday season at airports all across the country. Agents say throughout its journey, every barcoded bag is scanned and tracked. The entire process spreading over a nearly 2-mile-long track, and it's a process that gets new updates constantly.
Real-time tracking and allows our customers to know where their bag is throughout their journey.
To make sure your luggage gets through without a hitch, follow these steps. Weigh it at home. If it's over 50 pounds, you will pay more. Use your airline's app to track your bag real time. And leave a travel itinerary with your name inside your bag just in case it does get lost. All right, looking outside now at Interstate 85, mile marker 58. This is near the Brockman-McClellan Road exit in Spartanburg County. Traffic is moving along just fine in that area.
And let's see what your drive times look like right now. Pretty slow from I-240 to the Asheville Highway. That's a 21-minute commute right now, and just a little bit slower than normal from the airport in Greenville to Woodruff Road, 10 minutes. From Fairview Road to downtown, it's a normal 14-minute commute. And we have a reminder for you now in Greenville for Thanksgiving Day and for Black Friday. The city of Greenville will offer free parking at all of its parking facilities. Now that ends Saturday morning at 6 o'clock.
She's just wonderful. She's got it. She's had it for a real long time.
Honoring a legend. Exclusive look at the NBC special airing tonight, celebrating Dolly Parton and her amazing career.
John, it's Nichelle Turner from Entertainment Tonight. Listen, you have had such an amazing career at WYFF4. I wish you a very, very happy retirement. Lay back, relax, enjoy this, buddy. You earned it. 29 years? What?
I'm about to say...
This is a big evening for country music fans on WYFF4.
Yeah, the one and only Dolly Parton is celebrating 50 years at the Grand Ole Opry with an all-star 2-hour special.
50 years. Dolly Parton has been a force in music and in movies and in television for 5 decades. Her combination of beauty and charm and talent propelled her from an underprivileged Tennessee upbringing into the most successful female country artist of all time. The singer-songwriter has 26 #1 hits on the Billboard Country Chart, 8 Grammy Awards, and 100 million albums sold.
It makes me exhausted just thinking about all that she does, but she still goes through life like a kid, you know, always smiling, always laughing, always quick with the joke.
She's just wonderful. She's got it. She's had it for a real long time.
Dolly, 50 years at the Opry, airs tonight at 9 o'clock, right after the live results episode of The Voice, and it's all right here on WYFF4.
We've got Sky 4 live right now over Spartanburg County, looking toward the north here. Look at those clouds moving in across the area here. We've got some rain on the way. We're going to time out your Thanksgiving travel forecast in just a few minutes.
Shop and essential bath towels, $2.99. Shop Black Friday early now at Belk.
Check live Super Doppler 4 HD. Download the WYFF4 app now.
Biggest travel day of the year tomorrow as we go throughout the next couple of days here. We've got a front moving our way that has big-time impacts, especially the farther north you go. Minneapolis to Chicago, expecting 60-mile-per-hour winds with a strong low-pressure system. We've just got the trailing front with it, which means some morning rain followed by drying conditions as the day goes on tomorrow. So you're looking at better travel conditions as the day goes on. But let me take you into Thursday itself. Thanksgiving looking fantastic as you're traveling around town. A cool start at around 40 degrees, a few clouds as temperatures rise into the upper 50s. Black Friday looking equally as nice. We'll see temperatures in the 40s first thing in the morning, warming up into the upper 50s, but changes move in on Saturday. First part of the day looking dry, but here comes our next weather maker, and this is a stronger one for us. And the big change here is we're now expecting rain a little bit earlier than previously thought, which means rain is possible Saturday evening versus Sunday morning. And as we go throughout the evening hours, some of that rain really picks up. 7 a.m. Sunday morning, you're waking up to some pretty pretty hefty rain across the area. It does clear out earlier, so by Sunday evening, we've got drying conditions. But the wind starts to pick up, cold air rushes in, and that's when snow starts to fall across western North Carolina. So Sunday night into Monday could be some slick spots traveling I-40 through Tennessee. So we'll watch that very closely here. So far, we're looking at about 1 to 2 inches, mainly in the grassy areas from I-40 northbound. Ski country, loving this up toward Boone, northern Buncombe County. Going to see some fresh powder there. We'll have more on where temperatures go behind this because it gets mighty cold across the area in just a few minutes.
A new Kentucky-based all-natural dog biscuit company is changing more than just pet and their owners' lives.
That's right. They're hoping to give people a chance who might have a hard time getting a job.
Since WiggleWow launched in August, it's employed adults with disabilities or special needs. WiggleWow's first hired employee, Dante, struggled to find a job for 5 years. His mom says she's grateful for the opportunity given to her son.
On his first day, he was so excited. He was so excited, really excited. And I'm excited too because I get to come along with him, you know, and watch him work.
Each special needs adult hired is called an Epic Chef. The owner hopes 10 years from now, WiggleWow will be the largest employer in the U.S. for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Well, a restaurant in Brussels, Belgium has become that city's top-rated eatery, all thanks to its great reviews of its staff, most of whom have Down syndrome. This restaurant is called 65 Degrees. It ranks first out of more than 2,000 competitors, all listed on the review site TripAdvisor. The restaurant's co-founder says he believes that the staff's honesty and their welcome smile is what makes the difference for customers.
Yeah, it's a pleasure of coming to work every day, and they're so honest and so transparent that when they ask somebody like, how was your day today, they really mean it when they ask. And this, I think, customers, they really feel this, and yeah, this is what makes the difference.
And the restaurant is named for the perfect temperature to cook an egg. That would be in Celsius, of course. It serves up high-end French-style food in the Belgian capital's hip Châtelain district.
A young girl who was too sick to go trick-or-treating on Halloween is getting a do-over thanks to her neighbors. 2-year-old McKinley was born with a kidney condition and got an infection on Halloween. It kept her from going out and trick-or-treating. So McKinley's parents posted on Nextdoor asking if some neighbors would be okay if McKinley came trick-or-treating on a different day. As you can imagine, the community responded in a big way.
It shows that the neighborhood comes together and more than one to help out when somebody has a need.
You could tell that they really cared about helping a little girl out.
In total, more than 20 families welcomed McKinley for some delayed trick-or-treating. Some neighbors even dressed up in costumes so McKinley wouldn't be the only one all dressed up. That is precious.
This Tuesday evening, a live shot from our camera from Wofford College looking south into downtown Spartanburg. A couple of breaks in the clouds, otherwise just mostly cloudy skies outside. Temperature 61 degrees, very light southerly wind. Humidity currently at 39% and slowly going up. A lot of cloud cover over Lake Hartwell right now in Anderson. You're currently 62 degrees, south wind very light, and humidity currently at 46%. So 50s and 60s, not too bad for the end of November, that's for sure. We have got a new tornado watch which has been issued from the Storms Prediction Center. Southeastern part of Arkansas, now down into the northern part, or at least the northeastern part of Louisiana, right along the Mississippi River. As this storm system comes through, thunderstorms, little supercells there could spawn some tornadoes, so that's tornado watch which continues. Then on the back edge of the system, it's in the form of snow, northwestern Kansas and all of Nebraska, and all the way back into the Rockies. It's 42 right now in Kansas City. Gee, you think there might be a front right about here? Look at that, 42 in Kansas City, 66 in Oklahoma City, not too bad, and it drops off very quickly. And I'll show you those temperatures back in Colorado in just a second. So there's our tornado watch out here for parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. Snow through Nebraska, heading up into parts of the Dakotas, just now moving into the extreme southern part of Minnesota. So a lot of folks traveling. Not a good idea to travel anywhere along Interstate 80 going through Nebraska right now. Blowing, drifting snow and very heavy snow in central Nebraska right now. Snow's tapering off in Denver. It's now just flurries and light snow, but they've had about 6 to 12 inches of snow in and around the Denver area. Right now 22 degrees in Denver. So the snow is not melting. 36 in Minneapolis. Winter storm warning continues. 43 in Chicago. you're going to get just all rain and a windy condition. So here's our storm system at 7 o'clock this evening. Notice our swath of rain coming in late tonight, early tomorrow morning. The snow moves up into the central and eastern and western part of Iowa, all the way up into southern Minnesota, up into the northern part of Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan. Then the next storm system out here moving into California, into the west, that's going to move into the Rockies and almost track the same condition, and that will arrive for us as we get into this weekend. There's the front by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Rain showers for us, and by the afternoon, late in the day, I think we might see some breaks in the clouds as the precipitation starts to come to an end, with most of the energy well to our north. So 4-day plus looks like this then. So rain coming in late tonight, especially tomorrow morning. High temperature 66 degrees, maybe a little sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Thanksgiving Day looks fantastic. Sunny, high 64. Friday looks good, 60. Rain late, a 3% chance on Saturday. Computer models now are starting to print out a little faster moving system, so that precipitation may come in a little bit earlier. But the best chance of rain really will be Saturday night into Sunday morning, then very windy conditions. Sunday night into Monday, pretty strong northwest flow for the mountains of North Carolina. They could see some accumulating snow with this system Sunday night into Monday. And of course, that storm system with snow, I've already been retired, and Chris will be dealing with that snow. Now back to you, Jane and Amanda.
You just rub it right in, John Sandridge.
We're happy for you, John.
We are.
Well, this afternoon we are highlighting a charity making a difference right here in our community.
The Hope Chest for Women relieves financial burdens created by breast or gynecological cancer treatments.
It supports women in Western North Carolina. They help pay rent, mortgage, utility, medical bills, groceries, and other unmet needs. In 2018, Hope Chest for Women provided more than $63,000 to dozens of women.
That's one worry that we can not totally relieve for them, but it's one thing that we can do to minimize a little bit of the stress.
To donate or apply for assistance, just go to hopechestforwomen.org.
46 million turkeys will be prepared this Thanksgiving. That's daunting.
And experts are reminding people what to do to prevent foodborne illnesses during the holiday.
The problem is that the water becomes a vehicle to spread any of the germs around the kitchen or to contaminate your sink.
So with that in mind, the USDA is reminding people do not wash the turkey. They say you should keep raw turkey separated from fresh foods. Experts say that you should cook your turkey and stuffing, if you put stuffing inside, to 165 degrees. And they do recommend using a digital thermometer. That way you can check the temperature accurately. Lastly, experts say refrigerate your leftovers within 2 hours. They say just because it's cooked doesn't mean that it's just safe while it's sitting out. Now, if you get into a tough spot, if you have questions, the USDA's meat and poultry line is available even on Thanksgiving Day. Write this number down, 1-888-MP-HOTLINE.
Google is seeing an uptick in recipe searches as people prepare for their Thanksgiving feast. According to their data, casserole is the most searched side dish. They say 28% of Americans admit to spending more time actually searching for holiday recipes than holiday gifts. 21% of amateur chefs anticipate they will burn something in the oven this holiday. That's why I don't cook.
Well, Pringles wants to help you with your Thanksgiving meal this year. The company is giving amateur chefs a little turkey insurance with their new roasted turkey flavored snack. Pringles fans can even enter for a chance to get a special delivery from Pringles, but you have to live in New York City, Chicago, or LA. The 5 lucky fans will receive a prop turkey in case their real turkey turns into a disaster. The roasted turkey Pringles, though, only available for a limited time. Let's take a look at stocks this afternoon on this holiday week. It looks like all indicators are up. The Dow at a lovely 28,121. NASDAQ and S&P 500 also up by nice little gains today.
Hi, John. It's Kelty Knight from Entertainment Tonight. May your days be filled with sunshine and new adventures. Happy retirement.
The Skycam Network is sponsored by McKinney Jeep Ram Chrysler Dodge, your lifetime dealer.
Stay up to date with live Super Doppler 4 HD radar. Download the WYFF 4 app now.
One of those quality roofing that lasts a lifetime.
All right, we're going to take you up into the sky from Sky 4 for a live look at Business 85. This is near Bryant Road in Spartanburg County. Our crews say that there is a crash here that involves 3 cars. We do not know the details about this. What we do see here from Sky 4, traffic is being diverted off of this roadway. It looks like all lanes of Business 85 are closed right there for this 3-vehicle accident. Again, Sky 4 giving us an exclusive look. We'll continue to follow this, but if you can avoid this area, that is the best idea. Thank you for joining us at 4 o'clock. Here's what we have coming up right now at 5.
Now on WYFF News.